channel, or rather I'm back on my channel, I suppose. Just want to quickly say thank you to everyone who has subscribed so far. I've got way more subscribers than what I ever think or thought I would have, so that's really awesome. Thank you so much for everyone who has subscribed. Back in the bedroom again today, clutter behind me, feel free to have a nose through whilst I'm chatting. If it gets boring, just get nosy. Today I am doing this video on annoying gamers. Now, I have played games since I was probably about 3 years old. Computer games probably since I was about 3 years old. So I've done all kinds of different games, that sort of thing before. Obviously this annoying gamers video is purely based on multiplayer games, so it's mostly going to be about Overwatch and Guild Wars. Now, it's stuff that I've noticed for a very long time when I'm playing these games, and I just need to get these things off my chest because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that gets irritated by this stuff. So the first thing is a Guild Wars thing, and it's high levels in low level areas. I don't know how many people have created a new character. Maybe you've got all level 80s of all different classes and races, and you think there's one that I don't have, I'm going to create this character, and you sort of reach maybe like level 3 or something like that, and you're running around your little starting area, and then some level 80 comes swooshing in, and the like quest achievement thing that's going off at that moment, which would be like level 5 sort of doable, you know, it's there so level 3s can do it to get experience, right? This level 80 comes swooping in with all of its stuff and just takes out everything. Like, that really annoys me the most. I'm stood there with like a sword or something. Like, if you've got like a bow and arrow, it's easy. You can get the stuff before the clot head goes running into it and just destroys it all. But if you are like with melee weapons, whatever, and you have to run to hit something to sort of get some sort of XP, and the level 80 is like, don't worry, I've got this, and I'm over here and I'm destroying everything, you're kind of like, fucking, could you go away? Just go away, okay? We're a group of level 3s here. We can manage the level 5 stuff. Like, I'm getting like wound up already just talking about it, but it really frustrates me. If you're going to be level 80 in a low level area, it's really easy. Just use skill number 1, okay? Skill number 1 does a lot more damage than what we can do, but it's not going to overpower the whole area and just trash everything before anyone gets a freaking hit on it. Like, come on. Just, okay, you're not amazing anybody by you destroying everything single-handedly whilst we're all stood there going, great, thanks. Now I've got to wait for another thing to pop up somewhere so I can get XP or whatever because you have just swooped in and been like, don't worry, I've got this, I destroy everything, look how amazing I am. No, just stop, just don't do that. If you want people to do that, stop doing it. Use skill 1, that's fine. If you see somebody who's level 3 or whatever and they're having a bit of a problem, you know, go over, maybe aid them, maybe support them in some way, that's cool. But don't go, don't worry, I've killed all 25 things, I've destroyed the whole area, you can thank me now. I'm not going to thank you. Okay, the next thing. Now this is again more of a Guild Wars one, I suppose. It can go for other things where there's raids. I absolutely find it infuriating when you are in a group of people and you're going to do a raid, or maybe you're in PvP, something like that, something team-based, you know, you've all got to work together, you've all got to pull your weight, right? Absolutely infuriates me when one person feels the need to micromanage that team. Now, I understand that some people might grasp these things better than others and they feel the need to help, that's fine. But when it's like 30 to 40 minutes of micromanaging a team, for example in a raid, it takes you 30 to 40 minutes to micromanage the team, you do the raid, and then it's all gone horrifically wrong, and the person that micromanaged the team then goes, well, you know, such and such wasn't doing this, and we didn't have the buff to that, and, you know, maybe you need to change your armour, and maybe you need to get this, and this. No, you micromanaged the team for, like, half my life that I've wasted just to do that. Like, no one needs to take half an hour or more to get ready for a raid. It's just ridiculous, okay? That just drives me nuts. I'm sitting there, I've logged on, I'm there on time, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and and then I get bored. And in all fairness, like, I know what I'm doing, you all know what you're doing. Why do we have someone moaning and whinging and going, oh, we need to do this, we need to do that, and calculate blah, 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 blah. We know what we're doing, okay? Can we just freaking do it, okay? By the end of it, I'm just like, do you know what? I'm bored. I'm not doing it. A game is meant to be fun and enjoyable. People like that make it so boring. Like, sometimes I've even left and gone, I'm leaving. I gotta go. Like, it's been 15 minutes. I can see it's gonna carry on like this for like another 20 minutes. And I should say, sorry, I've really gotta go. Because I just can't take it. It's monotonous. I've wasted however long when I could be doing something else. Whether it's in-game or real life. I could be tidying up my house, I could be doing my laundry, I could be going off with another raid party, I could be doing a dungeon, I could be crafting. There's so many things you could do in that time, instead of listening to someone babbling on, not getting anywhere. Boring. So boring. So that's like another thing that I just find really annoying. Moving on from the Guild Wars side of things, I've done the PC game. I'm going to go to the PlayStation game now, which is Overwatch. I've not played Overwatch for a while, because there's been some stuff happening in real life. So I've not been on the PlayStation for a while now. But Overwatch, now, it has, I think there's been some changes to do with this stuff, but this was things that were really irritating me when I first got the game. So the first thing is, players not doing anything. I have been in teams where you're in the spawn room, you head out, you do your thing. You die, you go to the kill cam, you're switching through like your team members, and there's one team member in the spawn room just standing there. And you kind of think maybe they're changing character, and they're still standing there. Sometimes they might just walk around in circles like this. They're not doing anything. Yeah, if you're not going to do anything, switch it off and go do nothing somewhere else. Like, so frustrating. Like, I've actually put the headset in. Like, I very rarely put the headset in because I literally just go a little bit crazy. And I will put the headset in, and I literally just start saying such and such blah blah blah. Do you want to maybe move your ass blah blah blah? And I literally just start at them. So that really infuriates me. If you're gonna be there, help your goddamn team. You know. The other thing is choosing the wrong character for you. Now, I've got it written down here. Actually, I don't know what I've said. If you choose a character that looks cool, great, that doesn't mean you're going to be any good at them. And being in a team during quick play isn't really the best time to figure out the mechanics of the character. Solution, go back to training. By that I mean someone that goes, oh my god, I love Genji, Genji's so cool, he's so amazing. Yeah, Genji's a really good character if you know how to use him. Don't go and play Genji just because he looks cool. That doesn't mean you're going to be any good at it. And don't go into training, like don't go into quick mode, quick play, or like the leagues or anything like that, and then go, oh, I've never been Genji before. No! There's a thing called training. Go and train. Do it against the AI. Don't go into battle with us lot and thinking, great, we've got someone here that's learning how to be the character. No. Figure out what character you're good at, and then come in and play the game. Don't work it out there on the fly. That's no good. That has irritated me a lot when people go, oh, I've never been Mercy before. Oh, great. Not helpful. So not helpful. The next thing I have, again, Overwatch, is a bad player blames their character. I've got here, just because someone plays as a character and maybe gets play of the game, does not mean you should then switch to that character. You sucked the first time. you will suck at this one too. Again, it's all about knowing your character and the mechanics of it. Someone's Hanzo, they kick ass at Hanzo. They are amazing, they get player of the game. I can see why they get player of the game. It's not always because they've done the double dragon thingy. Okay, they have done headshots with one hit kills, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty good. You know, I couldn't do that. That's awesome. But then it's like, you then go on to like the next quick play or something like that, and that person is Hanzo again, but then you get like two others that switch to that character, and it's almost like they've got to go, oh, they're really good at that. Maybe if I'm that character, I'll be good too. No, you'll still suck, okay? You will still suck. Clearly you don't know what character works well with you. Maybe you don't know the mechanics again, whatever, but for God's sakes, don't just switch to a character because they got player of the game. That does not mean you're going to get player of the game. You know? Think about it. Then, we're still on Overwatch here. Okay, so there is no I in team until you end up on kill cam from being destroyed by the opposing team for doing your job, to see one of your lovely teammates two-stepping, doing nothing. Chilling in the middle of nowhere does not move a payload. Right, so this is going back to the first thing of when you're on a team. If you're not going to do anything, log out and go do something somewhere else. Whether it's nothing, standing in the middle of a field doing nothing, go do that in real life. Don't do it in game. This is what really frustrates me, is that your whole team has just been obliterated. You have one team member left and you think, just reach the payload. They're just stood there, just watching us all die, doing nothing. All you have to do is get to the payload and give us some overtime, okay? We'll all respawn, we'll get our asses there quick as possible, and we will maybe even turn the game around and win. But no, you just stand there going, yeah, you all died. Yeah, I'm just going to watch. There's no way we can come back from this. You don't know that unless you try. Like, it's so infuriating that even if I die and respawn, I will run my ass off to get to that payload or the checkpoint or whatever, just to give us a few more minutes even, just to try and tip the balance of the game. Like, it's so possible to do. I've seen it happen. I've been in teams that do that, and it's fantastic, and it makes the game so much more better, so much more alive, so much more fun. But when you've got somebody like that, you just think, oh, just shoot me now. Oh wait, someone did, and I'm watching you do nothing. You know, it's just really gets to me, really gets to me. I've got a solution for this, which is probably really harsh, but it's things like, if you're a healer, let that person die. If you are in a team and you are a healer, and I have done this before, and it's probably really horrible, but I don't care, is if I've been in a team and I can see most of the team are doing the work, I will heal that team and I look after them. If there's one moron who does absolutely nothing and they go, I need healing, I won't heal them. I'll literally be like, if you start working and get your ass in there and do stuff, I will support you and I will look after you. If you're not going to though, why should I waste my time healing you when the people who are actually doing the work clearly need my support? You know, I literally just go, forget it. Forget it. You're too scared to even get like near the object and support your current teammates and help with a win. Why should I help you? Like, that's how I get. I know that's probably really horrible, but still. Whilst I'm on the topic of healers, if you are a healer, please don't run around trying to gun down players, okay? We all know Mercy has a little pew pew pew, but seriously, that's not your main thing. Don't run around. I've had too many Mercies in teams which seem to think that they can take on a whole team with their little gun. Now, okay, quite clearly there are some that are really good aims and you can take down one or two, but you don't want to take on the whole opposition with your little gun, okay? We need you alive, okay? Try and stay alive so you can carry on healing and supporting us and buffing us or whatever, because that's really what you are for. You help us take down the opposition, okay? You might sometimes feel like maybe you're not helping anybody by killing somebody, but you're doing more by being alive for us. Back to like payloads and stuff, moving a payload, the key word is moving the payload. So you get sometimes in the game it will be to move the payload to win. Don't think it's that difficult. You run up to the payload, you protect yourself and your teammates, you push it along. Whilst you're stood next to it, it moves, okay? Not many people seem to know that. Now, again, there's the training thing, and the training thing gives you an idea of how you win these games, and yet so many people just go out and try and kill the opposition, and it's like, well, killing the opposition isn't going to like help us win the game. You have to physically move your character to that item and move it along. And I've been, again, in so many teams where I've actually won that don't leave the payload thing. I've got that trophy or something, whatever it is, because I've literally sat on the payload the whole way. No one's been near me. They've been off killing the team, and I've literally sat on the payload on my own, just pushing it along. And some of you watching might be like, well, that's great. That means that you won and you got your trophy. And it's like, yeah, that's cool, but I really would have loved it if the team had been around and there was, you know, more of a battle and more of a push and they were all there, like, doing it. Because if I was then fighting with them and killing the opposition, who would be moving the payload? Would anyone else have bothered moving that payload when I did that? Probably not. Really sucks. And then there's the ones where you have to, is it take a point or something? You've got like the green, you've got like the red or the blue squares, and you have to like try and get on the point, and you have to take the point, that sort of thing. I find those quite fun. They can be quite challenging depending on whether you're attacking or defending. But I find them really fun. The annoying thing is though, is again, going back to teammates that don't do anything or are like too scared to get involved, where all of your teammates are gone. Even I've seen it where the opposition is all gone and we're all respawning and there's one of your teammates, doesn't matter if you're attacking or defending, but there's one of your teammates still alive and they don't step over the goddamn freaking coloured line. There is the line, there's the square, you just need to put one little pinky toe over the coloured line and it will contest it. Or you can even take the whole freaking thing and nobody does that. There has been times where you're looking at it on kill cam and thinking just move a little tiny bit forward and they just don't do it. And it really irritates me. Really irritates me that, because it's like, well, we could still win. Again, turn the tables here. Nah, I'm just going to sit back and just like not do anything because I have no one here to support me. I've got no one here. Like no one is here. Not even their position, but I don't want a chance going in the square just in case. Come on, it's a game. Just give it a go. There's nothing scary. You're not gonna die in real life or something, you know. Just it's a game. Just put one little pixel over that line. That is basically my rant over. I feel a lot better about it. There's probably, if anybody does watch this, there's probably going to be people being like, oh well, you know, it's a game, blah 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 blah. I know it's a game. I realise that. I am more than capable than saving a game and putting that controller down. I can drop the controller easily. But it's annoying when it's a team-based game. Like Guild Wars, I can let it go a little bit easier, but something like Overwatch, it's difficult to really let it go because you rely so heavily on team members and the mechanics of a team. Like, you've got to have it balanced. You can't have like I've had in one game, everyone went Junkrat and I was not Junkrat, and they were like, be Junkrat, and I'm like, no, I don't want to be Junkrat. My character, 100% through and through. I've loved Mercy, I've loved Pharah, I've loved Widowmaker, Tracer I found a bit difficult to get to grips with. There's a few that I really liked, but my main one, and I never thought this would be my main one, is Diva. I really know how to control it, even since the update and they've changed the shielding and everything like that. I love her, and there's been times when I've actually played the game and people are like, we need Diva, and I've been immersed in something like that and I've switched to Diva and it's totally changed everything. And sometimes you just need to play different characters in training, get a feel for them, and you'll click with them. You might not like them to begin with, but that would just be your character and it works out so much better. Like I always thought, I loved Mercy, I was really good with Mercy. I really enjoyed playing some of the other characters, but Diva, I was like, no, I'm not going to play Diva, you know, mech, right, okay, whatever. And then I started using her, I was like, she's not too bad. I got to grips with her, and now I'm like level 90 something, I'm close to getting to my 100, and I can just use her so easily. Like, I know when to do self-destruct, I know when to actually call my mech back. Sometimes I don't always call my mech back and I just go around with my gun for a little bit, and then when things get a bit tricky, then I call the mech. You know, I just know how to do it. I'll fly into somewhere, do a total 180, get them from behind. I just know how to use her. I find her so easy to use. It's because I've done a lot of training with her, and it just really helps. So yeah, if you're going to play a game, get involved. Don't be a total twonk. I was going to say something else in a different word, but twonk. Yeah, don't be an idiot. Get involved. Help your team members. Get used to characters by playing training. Don't go into leagues or anything like that. Enjoy the game. But honestly, just get involved. That's the main thing, is get involved. So these, Overwatch specifically, is designed to get involved and just get going. Things like that. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening to my very long rant. I've never done one of these before. So yeah. Thank you if you're subscribing. Thank you for your likes and your comments. And I will let you play on.